Michel Barnier mounted a major climbdown in a desperate bid to salvage the post-Brexit trade talks. The European Union's chief negotiator said he was prepared to finally begin work on a joint legal text after months of dithering. His move was seen as a major concession by the bloc, which has so far refused to discuss the 500-page trade deal until Boris Johnson offered surrendered in the rows over future fishing opportunities and state aid controls. Brussels insiders said Mr. Barnier was given permission amid fears any prolonged delays in the wrangling over an EU-UK trade deal would see both sides run out of time. In crisis talks with Lord Frost, the UK's chief negotiator, Mr. Barnier agreed to intensify the talks and work on legal texts. Writing on social media, Mr. Barnier said, as stated by President von der Leyen on Friday, I confirmed that the EU remains available to intensify talks in London this week, on all subjects, and based on legal texts. We now wait for the UK's reaction. Brussels sources said it was vital to resume negotiations in London this week if they are to conclude a deal before the end of the Brexit transition period on December 31. One source said, "We don't have the luxury to have this thing dragging on, we should get back to the substance as soon as possible." And European Commission Vice President Maroš Šefčovič said the bloc was ready to on a good agreement for both parties. The top Eurocrat said, "It has to be a fair agreement for both sides, we are not going to sign an agreement at any cost. The European Union is ready to work until the last minute for a good agreement for both parties." He was in London for a meeting of the Brexit Joint Committee with Cabinet Minister Michael Gove. The Commission praised progress made in finding solutions to ensure frictionless trade between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Sources said the EU offered to drop its demand for a de facto embassy in Belfast to monitor the implementation of the Northern Ireland border fix. Under the offer, 15 EU customs officials would work with their UK counterparts to ensure the correct animal health checks are being carried out at airports and ports in the province. Mr. Gove told the House of Commons the EU had made a constructive move by offering to intensify Brexit talks.